Alright, let's talk about taking responsibility for everything in your life. From your illness, to garbage you see in the street, to negative behavior you see in other people. All of this is actually inside of you. Everything is a reflection of you. And so, maybe it's like your past self that you're seeing when you see someone get upset. Maybe it's your current self. Maybe you're still doing this in a way. And you need to take responsibility for it at a deeper level, to purge this from your life, to stop seeing this externally, because it's all coming internally. And so here I am in a forest of eucalyptus, which is an invasive species here in Peru. It came from Australia, and it has a lot of awesome properties. Like the eucalyptus, the young leaves are full of essential oil, so you can dry them out and use them as incense. These leaves, when they're young, when they get older, they get all long and they don't have essential oil content, but the young ones have nice essential oil content. They smell nice. And so even though it's an invasive species, kind of like, the Spanish invaded South America, invaded Peru, like they brought some things and they changed things. They destroyed some things, and they also brought a new level of consciousness, or I should say another consciousness, another perspective. I won't say it's new. And so everything mixed up together. The eucalyptus mixed with the native muña, mixed with the native cauña, the tree that was here in the time of the Incas. Eucalyptus takes up a ton of water, it dries out the landscape, and cauña barely takes any water. It filters the water, it makes the water cleaner. So it's like the opposite of eucalyptus. But we have full duality. Everything wanted to mix together, everything did mix together. So we could see the good through the bad, so we could see the light through the dark. And so this is us. If we don't see people doing bad things that to us seem bad, we don't have a compass to guide us. This is showing us what we want to be. The more that we see someone using pharmaceutical drugs and vaccines and drinking Coca-Cola and Pepsi and Nestle products and just destroying their body by taking in these toxic things and believing that these big industries are taking care of them, this gives me direction, so I can see that I don't want to do that. I can see it's not working for them. I can see they're fat and sick and ugly, and so that makes me want to be that much different. Every time that I see the dark, it shows me the light, and then I can go in the light as much as I can, but eventually you end up getting burnt like a fly going into the fire, or getting stuck in the flashlight. I don't know if this happened to you, but in any case, you can't only have light, you can't only have dark. You're always going to have both of them. And so we need to keep everything in balance. We need to realize that we are dual beings in infinite dimensions, like dimensionless. So many dimensions that it's dimensionless. Can you imagine it? Duality in absolutely every aspect of this realm. This is a hermetic principle from Egypt, that all is dual, all is also transient, all is constantly changing, all is in constant flux. The same person cannot walk in the same river because they are not the same person, and it is not the same river. The water has kept moving. All of the cells in your body have renewed themselves. Through what you ate internally, they have changed. Everything has changed on the atomic level. And so everything is constantly changing, and everything is dual, and everything is also ordered. So if we want to take control of our lives, we need to make sure we keep these things in the right order. After a while, you have used enough cannabis, you have used enough mushrooms, you have watched enough TV as a child. You don't need to watch any more TV. Don't think it's serving us at all. And so there are these imbalances, and so maybe for a while TV was like what you needed to kind of see what was out there, but now you've had enough of it. You need to reorder this. You need to push the TV away. You need to bring the trees in. You need to bring the herbs in, the mushrooms, the natural things, but you use them up to a certain point, and then you need to reorder again, because everything is a reflection of you. Everything needs to be in balance. Everything is in constant flux. And so you're like becoming the reflection of everything. The more that you keep something close to you, the more you become a deep reflection of it. And so as you become a deep reflection of this, you're becoming imbalanced. You're becoming too feminine or too masculine or too good or too bad. And so if you're using masculine plant teachers, masculine plant medicines, mushroom medicines, the mushroom is a masculine teacher. San Pedro, the cactus, is a masculine teacher. You can balance it out with feminine teachers. Cannabis, be careful, my friends. I don't want to smoke cannabis anymore, but you do what you need to do to learn. Coca leaf, here in Peru they have coca leaf, which is a feminine plant teacher. Ayahuasca is a feminine plant teacher as well. And so if you feel that you're becoming too individual, too outspoken, maybe like I am now, maybe you need more feminine plant teachers, because they are more like all is one. I don't need to be so individual. I don't need to be so expressive. Whereas the masculine is like, I need to express. I need to like individuate. I need to show everyone I'm masculine. And so this is the thing. When you abuse cannabis, it is very unexpressive to me. Like I couldn't even cry. All these sad things would happen in my life. I ended up like doing search and rescue in April of this year, and we found the guy dead. And I met his family and they're crying. And I had just gotten out of 6 days of looking for this guy, and he essentially killed himself through depression, took LSD and jumped off a 150-meter cliff. And I was depressed at the time. I was abusing cannabis. I was abusing myself. And I couldn't cry with the family. I couldn't cry for myself. I couldn't cry for this guy. And it was all so sad. And it woke me up. Like every day since that search and rescue, I told myself, I want to stop smoking. I want to stop smoking. Sometimes I said it. Sometimes it was in my mind. I had to express it. I had to talk to friends about it, that I want to stop smoking. And after months and months of saying that I want to stop smoking, I'm going to stop smoking, I'm going to stop smoking, I finally was able to do it. I finally took the steps to cut down, to make it so that instead of smoking every 2 hours, it was once every 3 hours, once every 4 hours, 2 times a day, once a day. And then all of a sudden I felt the difference and I didn't want to smoke anymore. And so I took responsibility for my own self-abuse, because I could see that my body had enough smoke. I've smoked enough to last the rest of my life. I don't need any more smoke in my lungs. And if that's what you need, then cool. It's a lesson that you're still learning. Maybe it's part of you balancing yourself out. Maybe the cannabis is helping you not fall back into alcohol, not fall back into watching TV. That's what it did for me. And so in a way, it was like a good placeholder. And I had to get rid of the placeholder and go up to a higher level, kick myself out of the self-oppression, and realize that I was keeping myself from accessing my own power, that I am super powerful, that I am super valuable. And why would I ever want to abuse myself like this? So I can learn, essentially. This is like the whole duality of this reality, that we need to go through these things. We need to go through the dark to get to the light. Some deep level shit. And you need to kick out that deep level shit as well. Clean yourself out, see more clearly, and realize that we're all one. And even through the craziest separation, the craziest self-abuse, rejection of others, rejection of yourself, thinking that these other people are doing bad things when it's really inside of you, this is all showing you that through the craziest separation, everything still remains one: unconditional love.